Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Let's Play with author J.P.Edgar, where I play some games I never really played before. Today we're continuing our journey with Resident Evil 1 via the Resident Evil Origins collection on the PS4. So without wasting any more time, let's get going. Let's get going. How's everyone in the chat doing today, huh? How's everyone doing today? Good to see y'all here with us. So I finally caught up on all my edits on the previous stuff. So it's all uploaded, ready for viewing, ready for mocking. I swear I missed some things, but you know what? That's just how it works, right? That's just how it works sometimes. So yeah, today is Tuesday. Man, I already want the week to be over. Feels like just one of those weeks already. Just like every other week, right? Just like every other week. So all right. Oh, before I get too far, I have a guest. Check it out. It's a little Jill figure. Let's check out Little Miss Jiggle Chests. Thank you very much, Plot Twist, for getting this to me. So now we're going to have Little Miss Derpy coming in and collapsing all over the stream. I don't want to scare her. She might fall over and barf in the toilet. How you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Just trying to I'm kind of on a lull on my progress because I spent all weekend working on stuff and hit a huge milestone, finish a class. So I took yesterday off. I'm still kind of riding that relaxation groove. So after the stream, I might have to get back into it, but I don't know. I still have to do oh yeah, food. So let's see what's going on. Let's check out our inventory. We got Jill. Let's play win. Never Jill. Okay, I got a blue herb, so I wanna mix it up. Okay, I got one right here. See, if we're going to have the Jill Let's Play, oh, where are you at? Give me 1 second. There you are. You see, if we're going to have the Jill Let's Play, then we got to have the Yoshi Let's Play. These two just chilling together, arguing, complaining. Yoshi saying Jill isn't really a special forces person. Jill saying, I took a course at ITT and everything. All right, that's right. I was combining the herbs. There we go. Now we got the super herbs. Super herbs. Super herbs. There we go. These two just need a red. That needs a blue. ITT Special Forces. Yeah, that's what it seems like. So I mock ITT because that's where I went, and it has given me absolutely nothing but a six-figure debt. I have feelings that are not positive on that school. We're going to do some minor inventory management because, you know, I have to. Because you know how I am. So. So, yeah, I could have gone to the university, but that would have involved me going to a university, and I don't want to do that. Did they go under? Yeah, they did. They were riddled with scandal and had many class action lawsuits pressed against them. And unfortunately, I was not able to participate in those. So this one has the hex, so I think that's going to be the thingamajiggy. So we shall do use triple smackaroos. Come on. Oh, I need to be in this screen. Are you sure? I didn't expect that. Hexagon, not okay. So this is an octagonical shape, not a hexagon. And that's 6 sides. What I have in my inventory is 8, so that's not going to fit. Assuming they actually took in consideration. What's this? I don't think I've been here. Ooh, special way. I've never gone. But now I have this thing in my inventory. Yeah, the scandals I don't know too much about. I know it had to do with bloodstains under the boulder. I had to do with admission and stuff like that. But when I went there for my bachelor's, I knew I should have just cut my losses and moved on, because the books that they were providing were proprietary books, and you've probably seen Reddit videos or anything like that about just crappy textbooks. Well, this was probably the one of the founding fathers of crappy textbooks. I remember a textbook where it was a copy and paste from Gama Sutra. They were just straight up plagiarizing that website, in addition to copying and pasted, click here to view this video type of deal. That's what the book was. I'm like, I'm paying how much per unit for this? The instructors didn't really know too much. I mean, some of them were really knowledgeable, but I was basically self-taught with a path, with a direction. That's basically all it was. And eventually it became a joke to everyone that you get an A for showing up, which is true, but it also isn't. Father, I cannot click the book. Have you tried using your pointer finger instead of the middle finger, like you are with the school? It became a joke where you get an A if you show up. So that has plagued me for years. And I decided enough's enough. I'm going to Head-On magazine. I'm going instead of regretting and complaining about the piece of paper I held, I'm going to do something about it. So I decided to go back to school for something that I'm hoping I'm going to feel more proud of in the end, because I was not feeling good about myself after I graduated. You know, when you finally achieve that accomplishment of getting your bachelor's, you're supposed to feel some sort of pride, a huge gaping hole. I wonder what it's dug for. Feel some sort of pride and accomplishment, and I didn't feel that. So, and as soon as that happened, I knew I was in trouble. And a few years ago, more handgun magazines. Good, because I used them all on snakes. A few years ago, I don't know, maybe 10 years estimated, I tried to go back to school. I was going to go to a university for civil engineering. That hole is for your degree. Yeah, that hole is my student debt. It's that big of a hole, and I just keep digging. I was going to go back to school for civil engineering, and I was going to specialize in structural engineering. I had this course all planned out. I had all my degrees, my credits transferred over. I talked to this person and that person. Okay, I'm going to go to this school for a year. Then I was going to go to the university for a year and a half. And I was going to have my full year in civil engineering with a specialization in structural. That was the plan. 2.5 years, 3 years. But because I took out so many loans and grants. Oh, hold on a minute.
Is that you, Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Yeah?
You're alive.
Stop! Are you with anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
Enrico! Traitor? Who?
Yeah, she went to ITT for Special Forces because she's not really good at puzzles. So Enrico, it was a short little snippet, but Enrico in Resident Evil 1 had more energy and effort put into that performance than all of Resident Evil 0. Enrico's performance in Resident Evil 0 was so bad, I actually forgot he was a person for basically until the end. That's how bad it was. I'm pushing the wrong button. So you didn't do it. Another crank? Alright, examine. Oh, check out the tip. Traitor? Who? There's like 4 of them. 2 of them are dead. Who the heck do you think? Well, there's only 2 of them. We got douchebag with sunglasses. Then we have Mary. Enrico wasn't even mentioned. So it is a possibility that Wesker came back to kill Enrico because he knew. So Wesker could actually be withholding information. So that is a possibility. I was talking about something. Oh, yes. But I took out so many grants and student loans and had so many scholarships throughout my tenure between ITT and the Art Institutes in San Francisco that I was kind of capped on all that stuff. So I had to pay for everything out of my own pocket. Elevator's power source. A round lid? Yeah, sure. Will you take... Okay. Yeah, you took it, little thief. So I had to pay for everything out of pocket, and anyone who is in the United States knows that education is just really expensive. It is ridiculously expensive. And for someone to pay for it out of their own pockets, especially if they're not wealthy, it's not going to happen. So unfortunately, I had to abandon that ambition. So, but years later, yeah, I decided. Oh, hold on a minute. There's a hunter. Yeah, I decided enough's enough. I'm going to go back again, even if I have to pay for it out of my own pocket. And that's kind of what I'm doing. So. That's right, the boulder. That's right, the boulder. No, not. Is that when you decided to start writing books? No. Deciding to start writing books. That is. That's an interesting scenario. So, first things first, I'm going to inspect these things because I need a moment to think. I need a moment to. I'm stalling. All right. My book writing journey was, I would probably say, a rather unique one. In no way in my mind, would I ever thought I'd be like in any part of the literature community, much less an actual author. And that's true because um, I am a terrible reader. You've obviously seen it throughout the streams. I'm just terrible at it. It's not my learning method. I don't actually read too much. When I go through, well, that's interesting. Out of all the things, I did not expect for that to happen. So did that boulder move? Oh, the shoulder boulder holder. No. Um, I'm not the greatest reader. Going throughout my original degrees, when I had to go through classes that had reading, I had to use other learning methods to compensate for my inability to read. Not like a full-on smooth-brained, can't read type of deal, but whenever I would read something, okay, I'll give you an example. I was visiting my dad in Alaska, and I saw he was a big reader. I'm like, I want to try that because I wanted to connect with my dad a little bit. So I asked him to get a book for me. It was called World War III. I don't remember who the author was. I'm like, that sounds interesting. It's a book about war, and it's going to be interesting, this and that, this and that. And I started reading. I read the first paragraph. I started the second paragraph. I'm like, wait a minute. What's the first paragraph again? So I read the first paragraph again. Started reading the second paragraph, and I forgot what the first paragraph was about. I tried reading that book so many times, and I couldn't even get past the first chapter because I had no idea what was going on, who any of the characters were, or anything. I can read it, I just couldn't remember it. It just wasn't my learning method. So what's going to happen if I use that crank again? So when it came to school, I had to utilize other learning methods, and I'm actually doing that this time around as well. Okay, so it looks like I just go back to the default position. It's a lot of reading going through school. So what I do is I read, I think about it. Sometimes I talk about it, assuming I'm not bothering anybody, and then I type it down. Then I rewrite it. So basically, I'm rewriting all the books. And as ridiculous as that may sound, it's what I have to do when it comes to learning classes. Like when I was going to the Art Institute, I had a psychology. I had a psychology class, that's right. And the only assignment, which could be turned in at any point, was a paper about the book and a study, an independent study you had to do on your own on a certain subject in the book. My study and my subject was on ADD, and I interviewed somebody with clinical ADD. What is that? That looks important. Wait a minute. Those arms. Plot twist. Do you remember a while ago you were talking about putting that broken ass shotgun in those arms? Do you think the shotgun would fit there? Yeah. So I was talking to and interviewing my friend about her struggles with school and with life and this and that, just in general. And it was an interesting conversation. But what I learned from her was, yeah, maybe. What I learned from her was pretty interesting stuff. I'm not going to go in details because that's personal stuff. Jerky, jerky, jerk. I want to try it one more time. No? All right. Well, I tried. Was really interesting stuff, and it kind of got me thinking about certain things. But the point I'm making, is that the huge boulder that's blocking the other way? Maybe. Dun, 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 dun. I hope nothing was the opposite way I needed. You know, if Stars was really finished, the person that assassinated Enrico with the mustache, the person who would have assassinated Enrico should have shot Jill, then Enrico, because Enrico was already wounded. Jill is fully oh, I know he didn't shoot Jill because she's not a threat. I keep digressing. So, um, the what is this? Oh, I shall gladly take the shotgun shells, considering I forgot to arm up. So I did the assignment, turned it in, got an A, and took the exam, and basically tested out of the class. But the notes I took was like a 200-page notebook, handwritten, basically reiterating and rehashing everything that I read in the original textbook. And that's how I did it. And I finished that class in like a week and a half. And from that point from, I just had to show up because attendance. But I was just doing other homework. Am I done here? I am done here. But yeah, that was my psychology class back in the AI. So, and that taught me if I had a learn at your own pace. Oh. All right, is it this way? There we go. We are going to GTFO for a little bit. That might be a boss. We're going to save. We're going to gear up with our big bada booms, and we're going to blow some spooters up. If I might have ADD, or at least to some extent. I don't know. I have no actual official diagnosis or anything. Let's see. Let's go this way. So that the psychology class taught me something really important that has nothing to do with psychology. If I was able to take classes and learn at my own pace and do everything at my own pace, I would be done a ridiculously amount, like so much sooner that it's a 4-year degree. I could probably finish in like 1 or 2. And the school I'm going to now actually has that degree plan, has that business practice, and I love it. I'm loving it so far. I have some questions about the inconsistencies going from one class to another, but so far the learning at your own pace is working out really well for me. Now, granted, I only just started. I'm only like I started September 1st, so this is less than 20 days into my term. So later on, it could be a lot different, especially as I start going into more technical and core classes. I could be going into a lot different stuff. But let's focus on what's going on. That is, we got a giant spooder to take care of. But it has been theorized that I have ADD, at least some form of it, as well as some form of dyslexia. But like I said, nothing is diagnosed, so I can't really say I have ADHD or dyslexia or anything like that. So, because I could be wrong, and I'm making myself look more like a fool than I really should. So, but yeah, that's my general disclaimer. So, but not being able to go back to school like 10 years ago for structural engineering was really crippling. Don't worry. I know. I see your question. I'll add to my writing journey here shortly. I just got to tell you this story to kind of give you the general background on the inspiration. No, this is not ADD talking. so all right, let's get the big bada boom. Let's go see the spooder. Let's splatter the spooder. Oh, you hit me so hard I laid down. And you're taking a long time to get up. Oh, little spooters too. Oh, and it spits. Okay. I am only in the deep caution. I'm in low caution. So let's go back. Let's get some health and let's go inspect that room when the spooder's finish spewdering its venom. So, because I was never a good reader, okay, I'm actually going to backtrack a little bit to another story. This is back in high school. The SATs, or at least the pre-SATs, because I don't think SATs were invented back in my day, which was a Wednesday, by the way. So, I want to say the SATs, I would obviously have to go back on my records and go back to the school and look to see if it's actually confirmed. But one of the unusual results I got back from the SATs was I was reading at like a 6th grade reading level or something like that, a 5th or a 6th grade reading level, but I was writing at a high-end college level. And that was really interesting. That was the first time I realized that it's not like I don't have any idea what's going on. I'm absolutely terrible at English. It's just I can't read real well. So then I went to college. Here's another example. I know I'm diverting from one point to another. This is not proof. This is not proof. This is not the science. I'm still leading up to my writing thing because I'm building up to it, okay? Stop blaming me. Stop judging me. So when I was going to school in AI in San Francisco, I had a screenwriting class, and that's actually the reason why I started writing Jace as a screenwrite. Well, that's at least how I know how to write Jace as a screenwrite. So I was taking this screenwriting class, and the final project was you have a week to create this and this and this, and it has to be 15 pages. So it's a 15-minute short. So 1 week, that's no problem. So I started writing and writing and writing. Will you take the survival knife? Is this better than... Wait. Is this the same thing? It's the same thing. Why do I have 2 survival knives? Why? I don't even use one. That's silly. A huge spiderweb blocks the door. I wonder if I can use the gas and the lighter on that. So that is not proof. He says he goes over the most ADD story telling. That's not proof. Now I am getting I am getting to the point, okay? I'm getting to the point. You asked about the writing journey for me when it started, this and that. So this is it. This is it, okay? First, we got to go back to the beginning. First things first, in the beginning, we're going to throw this stupid effing knife in here. Now I'm going to try the lighter in this. So everyone turned in 15, 16, 18 pages, and it said it took them a long time. It was really hard. I came in with like an hour and a half. I came in with like 75, 80 pages. And it was just over a weekend. And it's not because I had free time or anything. It's just when I wrote, I focused on it, and I just kept writing. And I just kept writing. And the next thing I know, I had this 75 minutes, 70, where the hell am I going? Turn around, lame ass, there you go. The 75-page screenwrite for a class that only demanded 15. So That was probably the first indication, actually no, the second indication, that I can hyper focus on. What about this? Double grumbles. Indication that I could actually, well, the third actually, because we got the SATs, we have another story, then we have this. The third indicator that I can write. I'm not saying I write it well or anything, but the third indicator that I can just sit down and write. So that leads me to the RP. I briefly mentioned this in previous streams, but when the characters are created with an RP, I put this stuff away. The characters were created with the RP. There we go. Where am I going to go? That boulder moved. Let's see if I can actually come back over here and get through where I need to go because that boulder moved. Was doing an RP, created these characters, created all this and that. And then one day, the boulder didn't move. It was a different boulder. There's multiple Indiana Joneses. Bollocks. And one night, I had a dream. What was the dream? I wrote it down. I have to look into it. But it was a dream about Jason Maya. And about something they did. And that was the first spark of inspiration for me to just start writing. But I didn't start writing it. It was just the spark, that urge to do something creative. And while I was at work, a friend of mine, who is a published author, said I should. She wanted to see how I wrote, like just wanted to see my writing. So I wrote her a snippet. She read it, edited it, gave it back to me. I'm like, this isn't what I really expected. She's like, all right, bring another. Okay, I guess. So I brought another one, then another one, another one. And the next thing I know, I have like 15 or 16 chapters written because she just kept asking me to bring in one after another. Now, this was all like not really pathed. It was just one incoherent mess. But I had this basically like half to 3/4 of a book written, depending on which chapter structure you're going on. But I had a lot of stuff written. I have no idea where the hell I'm going to go. And that was kind of how my writing started. Because the next thing I know, as I kept writing, I had an entire book written. I didn't know it. I was just writing. And my friend was like, well, why don't you send this to my publisher and see what they say? There's no effing way. There's no effing way. I don't even read ABC books. All the books I have are will be like coloring books and pop-up books. Those are the books I read beforehand. I had no idea what's going on when it came to actual writing a book, writing story structures, stuff like that, aside from what I learned in school. And the publisher was like, this needs a little bit of work, but I like it. We'll take it. Wait, what? That was kind of it. I was so surprised that they decided to take my book. I thought I was getting like pranked or some BS because that was just so unusual. Then they sent me an official contract. I was like, holy crap, this is happening. Never in my entire life did I know that I was actually going to be writing books. I have no idea where I'm going. always thought that my focus was going to be on IT, which it still is. Go figure. But games, game development, and character development, stuff like that. So when I got this offer from the publisher, my mind was relatively blown. I was just so dumbstruck. And that I said, well, this isn't done. I mean, I actually am thinking about having this as 2 or 3 more. Like, well, when you finish book 1, let's work on book 2. Really? Okay. And I sent in book 2. They said, okay, here's the contract. Are you kidding me? That's how it was for me. I still have, I'm still kind of mind blown the fact that I'm published. I really am. Now, granted, there's a lot of steps and stuff like that in the middle that I'm kind of grazing over, but the fact is, that's kind of how it was for me. And I have no idea where I'm going because I can't do anything with these spider webs. Maybe I can slash them. Ah, that's why you gave me the survival knife. Okay. Okay, game. Okay, okay. But yeah, that's how that's the high level of how I got published. That was my writing journey. That's how it started. All right. Now we got some more herbs. You know what it's time for? I'll give you a clue. Ding, 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 ding. Now, I'm still very thankful for Milan for taking the chance on me and publishing my books and stuff like that. And they've asked about the Book of Maya if I'm going to be writing that and stuff like that. But the past 2.5 years, I've had a lot on my plate that's been taking up a lot of my time. And that's kind of the reason why I haven't really released many books recently. Now, it's not like I haven't been working on it. It's just I have more important and pressing things to take care of, like family health issues, personal health issues, personal issues. So it's just one of those things. And I really do want to get back to setting the time aside and writing all the things. Wait a minute, I'm missing something. Because I've combine. I've had my sci-fi mystery novel in the editing stage for exponentially longer than it should be. But it's just I just haven't gotten around to working on it because I have other pressing things. Now, yes, I could use this time for edits, but I need me time. I need unwind time, something to focus on, something to relax, type of stuff like that. So I play games. So that's the reason why I'm actually doing this. Is I'm going to play games, so I might as well stream it. I can talk to you all, talk to fans, answer questions, just general communication and stuff like that. So I want to be doing this anyway as an unwind. I might as well do this. That's kind of the general train of thought. An author that doesn't read. It's like a hunter that doesn't like meat. It's a vegetarian hunter. There we go. Kind of reminds me of the vegetarians who cook steak, like in like a Hell's Kitchen, or I think it's something like that. But basically, it's like it just reminds me of those shows where like high grade chefs in the kitchen, like Gordon Ramsay, and they're talking to a vegetarian trying to cook a steak. That's kind of like how I am with seafood. Like when I try to cook seafood, I don't know what it's supposed to look, smell, or taste like, or the texture or anything. I'm like, is it good? So, and I remember cooking some crab for my dad. He said, "So we gotta teach you how to cook crab, son." So, and because he had it down to a science, because he ate a lot of crab. Um, he's like, well, you just you have boil the water, have it steam for 7.5 minutes, and you let it. Had it down to the second. I don't remember exactly what his steps were. I kind of regret not writing that stuff down. There it is again. There that is again. Yeah, I kind of regret not writing a lot of the stories and stuff that he set down. So I wish I had the foresight to document that stuff. Hexagonal hole. So that means I want to need the crank again. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. It's this way. So I want to need that hexagon crank again. Maybe I should just keep that in my inventory for a bit. Yeah, I think I will. It looks like it's going to be used considerably. I'm also concerned about this. I think this has to do with power more than the shotgun. But I was really hoping that plot twist was right in regards to that old rickety shotgun and putting it on arms or something like that. I was originally thinking like you put the shotgun down, then it kind of flips and you get like a bazooka or a laser weapon. Let's see. When I was learning how to write in the beginning, I'd take books I'd read and basically rewrite them word for word so I could get a feel for the word flow. Ever think of doing that? Well, I kind of do anyway. It's just not with storybooks. It's with textbooks that I do that. Because I'll give you an example. A class I've only been in class in school for 20 days, but I finished 2 classes. That is somewhat bragging rights, somewhat not, because I actually have experience in these fields. So it's not like I'm um, starting blind, starting from scratch. But day one, I had like 45, 46 pages worth of notes just in one class, just in one subject. And when I finished everything, I had to go back through my notes to start weeding out stuff that um, I believe I knew well enough, if that way I could focus on what I needed to learn. And after every chapter, I'd have like learning objectives, and I would try to correspond my notes with the learning objectives, stuff like that. And when I felt like everything matched up enough, and I had proper answers for everything, is when I would like finally finish the class. So, in a sense, I already kind of do that plot twist, um, rewriting word for word, but not storybooks. If anything, I would probably. Sorry, I got a back itch. It's been bugging me for like 5-10 minutes. um, if anything, I would probably. Not Goodwill Hunting. God, what is that other? What is that Matt Damon and Sean Connery movie? Not because I get that and Goodwill Hunting mixed up from time to time. Finding Forrester, that's it. Oh, I want to see what this is gonna do. All right, what are my options for movement? What is going on? I expected another Indiana Jones part, but apparently not. Okay. left 90, which will be that. So Finding Forrester, um, where Matt Damon's character had a writing prompt. In this case, it was. Is it only 90 degrees? Let's see if I can do it again. Oh, I feel it's going to Indiana Jones it. No? Why'd you... There you are. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Where Finding Forrester used Forrester's initial, like, first paragraph or something like that. And then he just kind of went off doing his own thing. What is going on here? Okay, I can push something. Got a statue smiling silently back. Another hexagonal. Okay, let's see. So is this going to be like the squishy room where I have to make this statue fit right here as well? But I'm not going to be able to push it this way. So let's see what happens if I do this. Ah, okay. And then when I use it again, that section is going to be going back into the wall, yeah? Yeah, so I need to push the statue right there. Then I want to use that crank to push it away from the wall. That's kind of why I suggested it, so you can put that learning style to novel writing and maybe get better at reading too. You know, funny thing, reading, reading from these games, like out loud, I actually think, no joke, that's helped my reading. Because if you look back at Resident Evil 0, going through all those readings, and then going to Resident Evil 1, going through just as long readings, it's not as much of a struggle for me. And I think, why is the Let's Play helping me educationally? Yeah, I feel honest to Odin that I'm getting better at reading because of the Let's Plays. Now, it's not like I'll remember what's going on. Come on. All right, we're going to do this. Fine, we're take controlling it because the camera is being a derp. Let's stick with the original plan. The original plan is we're putting this the statue where that little cubby is. In order for us to do that, we need to rotate it another 90 degrees. There we go. There we go. I'm not saying I want to be like ready for out loud reading or anything like that for any big events, because when I public speak, like all this stuff, winged. I have no script, no nothing. And that's how I did presentations. I did bullet points. Oh. Let's try that. No? Do I really have to be this exact? Come on, game. There we go. Duct tape? Does it really give me duct tape? Examine. A circle metal object with a hole in the center. Symbols are carved on the side. So this looks like it's, at the very least, going to be a part of that power cylinder puzzle that we got from earlier. And we'll see if that's the entire puzzle or if it's just a part of it. There's still red here. So let's go investigate. There we go. Now let us examine. First aid spray was in the first aid spray box. Actually, that's not entirely accurate anymore because we found mixed herbs in previous boxes, so. I think the mixed herbs should be in the boxes and the first aid spray should just be kept out because there's no point. You get a first aid thing, then you use it and get a first aid thing. It's just, yeah, because you can't do anything with the sprays aside from use. And where am I going? Right here. So, I was talking about finding Forrester, right? Yeah. So sometimes it's difficult for me to start a project, but when the ball's rolling, it just goes, and I just sit and write. When I was writing Jace's book, was it the second or the third book? I had such a hyper focus that I sat down, or I woke up, sat down, and then it was nighttime. I was able to just get so much done. So, all right. So we are going to hold on to the hexagon crank, but I think we have the other piece of this puzzle. So let's see if we can combine these two. Here we go. Because it's yeah, this is looks like a relatively simple puzzle. You just need to kind of get at the to the Roman numerals. Unless the Roman numerals are backwards. There we go. Now we're going to go to that thingamajiggy. That is this way? Yes. Do I have full ammo? I do. So when the bull starts rolling, when the ball starts rolling, I can just get stuff done. So, and that's the reason why I was able to finish the psychology class and these two classes so quickly. Now, whether or not I can keep at this pace is a different story. I might get burned out, might get mentally exhausted. So, but going at my own pace, muy bien. Bull rolling. A series of flashing buttons. Push one? Sure. Wait, now I gotta know which button? I've got no clue or indicator on what button I should be pushing. Maybe it's on the cylinder? I guess we won't know until after I use it again. What do you mean it's back? You know, I knew about the numbers. I saw the numbers. I lined everything up with the numbers. But you want to know what I didn't do? Look at the numbers. 4231. That's the smooth brain in me. Really observant, but oblivious of the obvious. 4231. Four, two, three, one. Bollocks. There we go. There we go. So let's check out the map, make sure that we got everything that we need to get. And for all intent and purposes, it looks like we are in the clear. All right. Sure, why not?
Jill.
Barry? Thank God you're safe.
My God, you're...
Jill. A noise I heard brought me down here, but I didn't expect to find a place like this. Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
Blammo! So, a little observation. All I need to recall a little bit, but when Enrico got assassinated... Oh, hold on a minute.
What the hell is that sound?
You're asking that now. It could be a noun.
Go check it out. We had enough surprises for one day.
Screw you. You're the one with the giant, like, Joker gun.
Okay.
Send in the level 4s. What noise did you hear, Barry? The sound of everyone betraying everyone? Yeah, but I want to make an observation. So, I don't think it was Barry. Look at his shoes. I vaguely recall green boots. Those have brown in it. Now, I could be wrong, because I'll have to really give some serious thought, but from that glance, and from what I've seen and what I remember, I don't think it's Barry that shot him.
I'll stay and secure our escape route.
I think Capcom was going for a bamboozle attempt. Have you go one direction and juke to another. All right, I'm not going to take any chances, so I'm going to do this. I have one round left in the chamber. Now I'm going to keep the shotgun equipped just in case I do get a zombie or something like that. I can just decapitate him with a shotgun round. Yeah, it looks like I'll have to go down that ladder. Now, Barry is sus, but I think it's a misdirect. I think it's a misdirect. It's all based on a brief memory on that boot. Okay, I heard a click. I thought the door was locked. I thought the door was locked. Editing is actually the hardest thing for me when it comes to the book writing process at this time. That is that Chains McChainy? Oh, look, I put my I stuffed my inventory full of stuff, and I can't pick up anything. Yeah, I think that's Chains McChainy. Or as plot twist called him, Cuddles. Okay. I am in a corner. There we go. Here's the loop. Sure, why not? All right. So what I want to do is go back to the inventory box and do some ding 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 ding. So I could pick up those herbs. Okay, so it looks like those are timed. Okay. Because I used, what was it, 12 rounds from the shotgun trying to take out Huggy McHuggies. At least 6 rounds, half a dozen rounds taking out Huggles. Barry does not want free hugs. All right, I want to deposit the big bada booms. I want to see what's down here. Because if it's a save point, waste material. If it's a save point, I'll save real quick. But it's not a save point. A garbage compactor. Switch. All right. That's probably how we're going to have to get rid of Cuddles. So how are we going to get Cuddles? Interesting. How are we going to get Cuddles in there? And this room is red. We can pick something up. Hmm. So I'm wondering if we can pick something up after we squish it. Barry, why? Now, like I said, it's pointing a lot of fingers to Barry being sus, but I think something must have happened to justify his his going back on the elevator. So it could be that Enrico was like, "Come on up here," and since Jill was never given a proper radio, Barry could not indicate that he was going to be going up. So I'm telling you, it's a misdirect. It has to be a misdirect. I'm getting those misdirect vibes. Too many fingers pointing in one direction. You know what I mean? I could be wrong. It could just be that obvious. Okay, stuff's up here. Oh, hello, Stuffies. Well, hello, my beautiful Stuffies. And I can pick you all up too, because 2 of those things will actually either be put into my self-defense or be stacked. Precious, precious Stuffies. All right, Resident Evil 0. Barry was so... Not Barry. Enrico was so bland and boring, uninteresting, that I actually forgot he existed until after I beat the game. So Enrico popping up on this game, like, he's so boring, I don't even know if he lived or died. Apparently he lived. But there's also some really interesting problems going on, and I'll explain. Jill is here in search of Bravo team. Enrico was part of Bravo team. They're entirely different teams. I mean, I suppose it's plausible to have multiple teams actually know each other, but in what way did Jill know Enrico? She knew who he was immediately. Actually, Enrico knew who Jill was because plot. There was no indicators. She wasn't talking. She wasn't doing anything particular. She was just running by. Is that you, Jill? That's what he said. So he knew that Jill was there well before he should have known Jill was there. Let's take a look at this again. We're going to go to the protruding hooks and see if we can't examine it now. Just got to find these hooks. Ugh. Oh, with the backhand. All right. Well, let's take a moment to find these hooks instead of me running in circles. Unless, of course, there's no hook in this room, which is plausible. Which is possible. So there might not be any hook. So let's see if we can't find a hook in this room. Otherwise, we're going to have to go back to that door dummy quick. Oh, here we go. So it is next to that door. So let's go back, circle around, bait Cuddles here. Man, they did Hunchback of Notre Dame a great disservice. Gosh, what was that? What was the main character's name again? I don't recall. The Hunchback. It's like on the tip of my tongue. Quasimodo, that's right. Do you think if I put the shotgun there, it'll actually work? I don't think the shotgun's going to work. Primarily because not only do we get it really early, and it's no plausible or no confirmed way that someone's going to pick up the broken shotgun. There's also another one that we don't have a second shotgun for. So let's go back to our box and see if we can't find anything to help us with our problem. Is that 2 green, 1 blue? Is that what that is? 2 green, 1 blue. Ugh. Okay. All right, so let's see if we can't see something that'd be of use. We have nothing. We have nothing. Well, we just relocated a box. Let's see if we can't find that box. Because we might not have all the pieces to the puzzle yet. There we go. And then we're going to push this into the garbage compactor to squishy squish the box. That's what I'm thinking. I remember watching Transformers, the movie, for the first time. Wait, what's that? What is that? The broken flamethrower? I have enough broken weapons. I was still going to San Francisco, or going to school in San Francisco, for technical art. I was specializing in tool creation and character rigging. So I would. Well, yeah, now I have a broken flamethrower. Now I have a broken shotgun and a broken flamethrower. So I would spend a long time learning how things moved, how muscles did, and stuff like that, how they acted and reacted. Because that was one of the things I was working on was how muscles did, how muscles acted and reacted, and bone structure, how like the bones and arms move. For example, here's an example. Your clavicle. Now I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. So your shoulder line is fine. You lift your arm up, it's fine. But as soon as you lift it any higher, the shoulder is actually going to raise, and your clavicle is going to rotate. Beforehand, the clavicle is pretty flat, but as soon as you get up here, it has to lift. Little fun little example for you. And because that lifts, like your back muscles kind of shift and move and stuff like that. So I was figuring out how to get those properly rigged. But the thing is, when it comes to rigging, that can be a very tedious process, especially when you have a lot of assets going to be going on in the scene. For example, a battle. So having to manually create all of the bone structures, the IK chains, the morph elements, all that stuff was a huge pain in the butt. So I developed a tool to automate a majority of that process. You'd still have to skin the character, but I made a tool that allowed for basically an instant rig to be created with IK chains and general controls and attributes. It was all created with a click of a couple buttons. So. I thought I said around. You don't need to around with this anymore. All right. Beeps. All right, I already got the ammo from up top. So, we have everything that we possibly can. We just need to put the pieces together. We don't have anything. Another beep stream. Now, that's just a couple of, but still. We don't have any except the front room. It's still red. Why is the front room still red? All right, here's what I want to do. I'm going to throw a Hail Mary, get the broken flamethrower, and put it in those arms. I don't know what's going to happen. Probably nothing. But we'll see. But this room is still red, and it's bugging me. There's something here. Sandbag your mom. All right, we're going to go with the plan. Nothing will happen, but you never know. With a game based on not logic, you just never know. Because who knows? It might actually register. I'm like, oh, okay, then we'll open the door. And then a real flamethrower will be in there. Just gotta wait for Cuddles to come hither. So, one thing I did notice about this little creature is there's no jiggle animation in the chest. All right. So, we need to get to the red door. Which is blocked-ish. I want to kind of move around, continue on. All right, here we go. Not necessary. What? 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 What is going? Why? Why? So what that means is I have the broken shotgun. I got to put it in that other door. But it's not guaranteed that you'll get the broken shotgun in the upper levels. What kind of voodoo BS is this? The desk is cluttered with old, beat-up dolls and used candles. The fire has died out, but it shows sign of use. Huge collection of various kinds of dolls. They're all faded and worn. Desk is cluttered with old beat-up dolls. This is another room that's red. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We love going in the water. Because there's snakes. Of course there's snakes. There's gotta be... Why snakes? Why snakes? Why did it have to be danger noodles? Why in the water? I have trauma. Okay. I am high caution and not poisoned. High caution and not poisoned. Why did I have these snakes in the water like this? Ugh. Oh, another jewelry box. Okay. A bunch of photographs featuring a young girl depicting various scenes from her upbringing. This bed is still warm. And this is still red. All right, time for some wall hugging to see if we can't figure out what we missed. Huge collection, various tutorials, well, faded, this and that. Died out, recently used. Okay, this is the second room that I'm going to be walking away and it's still red, but I didn't see anything. No indicator of a puzzle, no nothing on the ground, so it's like it's almost covered from for convenience. Like the camera, it's obvious if you were looking at it from any other camera angle, but it's just the camera is going to cover it. That's what I'm thinking. But I didn't see any puzzle. Yeah, I don't see anything here that's worthwhile, but it's still red. Oh, if you looks like the up here, like up the ladder, is part of the room too. So maybe I'll find something up here that'll. Oh, there we go. Couple of weathered old barrels containing what looks like water, and I have 2 spaces. That means you all are coming with me. And there we go. I can now leave and feeling good about myself. Well, there's the Indiana Jones boulder, so of course there'd be snakes. I'm not pushing up. This is automatic. So if I didn't get the herb and I pushed ladder, she would have climbed automatically. So, all right. Where are we? Is this the shed? I'm back in the shed. All right, let's do a couple of things. Let's combine this and this. Drop it off. You're going to drop this off. We're going to actually put it next to the square one because apparently that's a thing. We're going to inspect this because we actually haven't had the opportunity yet. Oh, there's something straight up inside it. You got a stone ring, a family picture, and notes. There's something written on the back. November 10th. Jessica, administered virus type A, that of tissue during cell activity, fusion negative, action disposed. Lisa, administered virus B, fusion positive but delayed fusion. Body modification, observed contrary result status. Continue, protect. George, action terminated. There's a journal left by someone. I feel dizzy after what shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? She promised that we would escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? Found Mom. We ate together. I was very happy. But she was a fake, not the real Mom. Same face, different inside. So they injected the mother, and I think the mother was Lisa. Have to find Mom. Have to give. Wait, what was that? Have to give face back to mother? Okay. I got Mom's face back. What the heck? Nobody can have my mom except me. I attached her face to me so she doesn't go away, but Mom's sad when I meet. Is she talking about dolls? Or does she literally remove the face? Is this like Face Off? With to take the face off. Yeah, plot twist, you got it right. From inside the box, scent of mommy. Maybe true mommy there, or mother there. Stone box hard. It hurt. Steel rope and way. Can't see mother because 4 stones. Getting all leap. But this is interesting. This is very interesting. Because this reminds me of that emblem that says defiler of the coffin. But it had this general shape in it. Everything about this was the exact replica of that item. Everything except the frame. So now I have this. So now I'm going to go back to see if I put this inside the defiler of the coffin section. And I'm going to see if something comes up right after these messages. Because we're going to save. It's been a while since we saved. It's been a while since we saved. Because there was no save section in that entire area. We got the box of chocolates, but we didn't get anything to save with. So let's make sure our loadout's correct. Yep. The shotgun is fully loaded. We are going to have to, at some point, remember to go back down and use the shotgun, the broken shotgun, to block those hooks. Assuming we can, because when it came to the puzzle, we needed the hook to come out so we could put the shotgun in and it'll lock. So we might have to find a way to get those hooks out. So that's the current mindset, but first things first, we're going to be going this way. We're going to check out what's going on with this emblem and to see if we can't swapsies with the coffin defiler door. Because then maybe, just maybe, we could finally get that hallway green. Because it's been red and it's been bugging me. Zombies in a graveyard, go figure. Yeah, but it's been bugging me. So hopefully we can get this greened out and we can kind of put an X over that room. First things first, we have to get back to the mansion. So that's the general train of thought. That's the current course. And it's just through this door. You think I'm right? What do you think? Do you think I'm right? See, look at this. Okay, so it just unlocked the door. It didn't really do anything. Hmm. Hum. The emblem for the defiler coffin thing was the reason why that hallway was red. All right. All right. All right. All right, game. All right. Why would it give us two of them? Why would it give us two of them? Hum. you know. So now we got two pairs of seals, each pair being different seals. We got two that are similar. We got two that are different. And I got turned around. I don't know. I don't know. Still don't know what the lighter fluid's for. We were given the false hope of having a flamethrower, but we were bamboozled. We were not given a flamethrower. Total bamboozlements. I was actually kind of hoping for the flamethrower. I wanted to see how they were going to do the flames, but apparently they won't. So, what's next? I really want. Like, seriously, what's next? I guess let's see what's going on up here. I don't know. Oh, check it out. Check it out. Those are the octagonal indentations. So I bet you the defiler of the coffin, those things go here. Oh, oh. Okay. So how do we want to play this? Do we want to go where we haven't gone before? Or do we want to see what's going on with that broken shotgun door? I really want to see what's going on with that broken shotgun door. I can't take the emblem. I can't take the emblem. See, I can save it here, but I don't know if I just locked myself in a point of no return. Because I want to see what's in that shotgun door. I want to see what's in that shotgun door too much for me to continue. That's how bad the desire for the shotgun door is for me. That is how bad it is. I have to reload because I want to see that shotgun door. I have to reload because I want to see that shotgun door. Snakes. I'm not a fan of snakes. And I put him in the water. So, how do we get down there? How do we get down there again? It is this way, isn't it? Yes. Right? How do we get back down there? Am I smooth braining it? Let's go back here. Let's go back to the shed. We're going to go down that ladder, and we're going to see if we can't discover how to get back down there from here. Because I honestly don't remember off the top of my head how to get back down to the basement. Yeah. I don't think it was this way. Because there was a board covering up the ladder. And Jill said, "Oh, there's something underneath it," but then she didn't look. So it's not this way. It's not this way. It has to be in the mansion. So, where in the mansion do we go? What puzzle did we solve? We solved the squishy puzzle where the walls were closing in. I just don't recall. As a reminder, there is a zombie here that we're going to have to run by. What? Where did we go? Where did we go? Yeah, the chat doesn't remember either. The chat doesn't remember either. I think I remember. I think I remember. It was through here, the waterfall. The waterfall. Yes, it was the waterfall. This was basically the last puzzle we solved. Going through this waterfall and then going down this ladder. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. And now we are back here. Excellent. Well, we know what's going on with that, so let's just swap this out with this and see if we can't find the bazooka. I don't remember exactly where the claws were either, so I have to walk around and figure it out. This it right here? Because those were the hooks. Those were the hooks. So this is it right here. It's just, it's not letting me use it. I have no idea what that broken shotgun is for. The only thing I could potentially speculate on what it's for is back in the mansion. It is possible that you picked up the broken shotgun, went through to the shotgun room, picked up the shotgun, put the broken shotgun back on the hands, and that prevented the door from slamming down. That is the only thing I could potentially think of for the use of this, because we haven't had any use at all. And that room is still red. But there's nothing else I could possibly think of for the shotgun, for the broken shotgun. Heck, we still have the V serum or whatever, or the J juice for the plant, which we were never able to use. I walked around trying to use the juice, and it just didn't let me anywhere. I think it was the V juice. Because there's a second set of hooks to put something in there. The V juice sounds so wrong. Yeah, I know. But you get what I'm saying. the the concoction that we brewed up in the previous episode. I just don't remember what it's called. I think it was Jolt. I don't remember. It's in our inventory box. We're kind of getting lost here. We're going the wrong way because our goal is to go back to the room where there's stuff to pick up, but there's nothing to pick up. V-Jolt? Maybe. J-Volt? V-Jolt sounds about right. I don't know. It's hard to say. One thing I will note that I've been doing a lot of backtracking. So if it turns out I can't do anything, I might just load it again because it'll be quicker. Because the reason why we're back here is to see if we can use the shotgun on those hook doors, and we used the shotgun and nothing happened. So let's try it again. I just wanted to give one more shot. But yeah, nothing is happening how I expected it to. Well, I mean that's not entirely accurate. Having the broken shotgun for this long, just for a puzzle at this point, seemed unfeasible to me. I still believe the shotgun was used to prevent the roof from closing in on you. I think that's what the shotgun was for. Oh, it's broken. Of course it's busted. Of course it's busted. Of course it's busted. It's gonna be quicker. It's gonna be quicker. We're going to spend a little bit more time trying to find the item that we missed in that one room before we call it a day. Just a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time. I was asked to go back and watch clips of the original Resident Evil 0. Especially when it came to... There was a phrase that was absolutely horrible. And I was requested to watch and listen to the original scene. So I'm kind of curious about that. Depending on... oh, they respawn. Depending on that, I might have to do a Let's Play Reacts or a JPEdgar Reacts. So I have like 2 or 3 JPEdgar Reacts to edit, but that involves me making the thumbnail. And I had an idea for the thumbnail, but it didn't work. So the thumbnail didn't work, so I'm going to have to remake it and redo it and figure out, can't click that again, how to make the thumbnails that I like. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I don't really like the thumbnails for Resident Evil. A little difficult to read, but I'm trying to keep as much of the original content as possible, because look at the lettering for Resident Evil. It's, there we go. It's just not very good typography to use in pictures unless you have dark pictures. Having a gradient on text. Yeah, this is where I need to be. Yeah, it's just a pain in the butt for me to work with that typography when it comes to thumbnail creations. Well, I don't think the shotgun is going to be of any use. I want to put this back because we know what it's for. We still have the Medal of Eagle and the Wolf to deal with. V-Jolt. You're right, plot twist. We have the M0 disc to work with too. We have all this stuff that we have no answers for. Oh, I think that's it right there. See it right there? Oh, it's finally green. Finally green. Oh, finally. You know what that means? We found something. That means we have to walk all the way back. That means we have to walk all the way back. So, I think I'm right about the shotgun, the broken shotgun. And when it comes to, I want to have to, you know what? I have enough ammo. No, no, go away. Go away, Snooks. Go away, Snacks. Snakes. Okay, I outran him. Swam him. I outwalked him. I out-in them. Okay, turn around this way. When it comes to the broken shotgun, I'm convinced that you had to put the shotgun back in the hooks so it didn't crush you. When it comes to the V-Jolt, I suspect there is a hard mode and an easy mode of doing that about the MO disc. What else do I have in my inventory that's unaccounted for? This serum was for the snake, but I never got bit. So I didn't need the serum. I think everything else has been accounted for, besides the MO disc and those two discs, the wolf and the eagle. And I still don't know what those discs are for, or the wolf and the eagle are for. Now that we have 80 rounds of pistol ammo, where's the machine gun? I swear there should be a machine gun when you have this much pistol rounds. But we also have a lot of shotgun rounds, I think, in storage. So I'm thinking about swapsies on the shotgun and the pistol, having the shotgun with the shotgun shells and having the pistol with no extra ammo. But that is going to be a problem for future me. I want to save it and I want to call it. This thing makes me LOL. I told her not to put too much time and effort into it because I know she's busy. She has a lot of things to do. I still like it. It looks fun and looks good. So, because when it comes to art, you can always add in and make more detail and make more detail and make more detail. But you know what? It's fine. This is fine. Well, when I say more detail, you can always add in more detail. So let's take Jill, for example. On her right shoulder, she has like a badge. You know, she has a utility belt. She has the gun. She has something strapped to her right hip. So it depends on how much detail you want. But if you can identify who this is, yeah, it's fine. It's enough. Love it. So don't think too much of what I was talking about. So, like I said, it's like even putting a little button nose. It's just, it's fun. I love it. But also making humans and humanoids and stuff like that it can be a real pain in the ass because we look at humans every day. We see the proportions and we know what's going on. So when we see a human, we'll see um, we'll always see something that doesn't look right. So humans are a pain. They really are. They really are. You did great on this. You should feel proud of it. So, but that just about does it for today's episode. If you enjoyed the if you enjoyed the content, like, subscribe, notifications, go swimming with snakes and blow holes in spiders. I don't know, whatever YouTube wants you to do nowadays. And check out my website, JPEdgar.com, for my blog, my books, whether they are digital, softbound, or audiobooks, my merchandise, such as my shirt, Hitta, BOA Jace Book 1, and my stream schedule. And just a general reminder, my stream and my Let's Play channel, they are two separate channels. Links are in the description. So thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I really do. More ridiculous to come.